Good morning, guys, and welcome to Monday's FRT Gold live video. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a fantastic weekend and are now looking forward to the week ahead. Hope you also got some sunshine this weekend. It was nice to see a bit of decent weather at last. Let's hope that continues throughout the week and that we can get some racing on some really, good grounds towards the end of the week. In most places, it is still some fairly testing conditions, sort of good to soft, even, soft, heavy in places at some race courses, so it might be a day to perhaps go a little bit easy with your stakes, with it being a bit of a testing day. But I'm actually feeling really confident we can have a good day to start the week today. Got as many as 6 meetings taking place throughout the day, 4 of them here in the UK and a couple over in Ireland. The 4 in the UK are Chepstow, Leicester, Windsor and Carlisle, and then it's also at Naas in Ireland, and look out for some really good races there, some listed races. Nothing in terms of a tipping point of view from me there, but certainly want to be keeping an eye on perhaps some Royal Ascot clues in some of those races. And also there's action from the Stole as well today, so should be a really good one. It's the flats taking centre stage, and yeah, the start of a new week, feeling good. And just a reminder that you can join in this video if you wanted to be part of it. Just click to join in the live Q&A session. If you're watching through YouTube, that should just be on the bottom left hand side of your screen, and then you can ask me any questions that you like. If you want maybe some extra tips for today, or you want me to help you find some value in a certain type of bet you want, that's absolutely fine. And also you can just ask any horse racing or betting queries, or perhaps look at an anti-post market, or suggest an anti-post market for me to look at, or even suggest something that you'd like for the video. That's absolutely fine. Please do feel free to get in touch. So yeah, 6 meetings taking place today, and we've got 4 tips in total for you. We've got the premium tip and the next best bet, and then I've put it as a lucky 15 as well. I'm using the PT, the next best bet, and then 2 other tips, two other horses I really like the look of today. But you don't have to do that as a lucky 15. If you're not a fan of lucky 15s or multiple bets, don't do the multiple bets. You can just stay with the premium tip and the next best bet if that's what you want. Or if you did want to back these as singles, I'd simply say for the extra 2, just a 1-point win-only bet for both of them would be sufficient there. But yeah, if you do want to just stick to the premium tip and next best bet, that's fine. But I'm feeling good today. I'm not going to put a lucky 15 up every single day. Some days there'll be ones where I don't have 4 selections I fancy, but today I think as many as 7 made the shortlist last night, and then I trimmed that down to 4 today. So if any of you would ever like to see the shortlist the night before as well, because at the minute we're doing tips in the morning and that seems to be working fairly well. But yeah, if any of you did want to see the shortlist the night before, just send me an email there, and I'm sure I can send you the horses that made the shortlist, and then of course you'll know what the premium tip and next best bet will be by the next day. So we'll start off by looking at the premium tip today, and that goes in the 4:45 at Chepstow. And our tip here is Pandicora, currently at around about the 7-4 mark. Now, this horse actually put in a good performance last time out, and that was over course and distance in what was her first run of the season, so should improve on that one today, and does look to be the one to beat here. I think there are fairly testing conditions at Chepstow today. It's looking at soft ground, and this horse hasn't got a problem in these type of conditions. There's actually won over course and distance in the past as well, and the fact that she goes well in testing conditions is a real positive in this one. Daniel Muscat is the man on board, and he takes £5 off. I think he's fairly good value for that claim, and I think the mare should actually go really well today, and as I say, does look to be the one to beat. Course and distance form clearly goes on this ground, sure to improve and be a fitter horse after that last run, so does tick plenty of boxes there. That's the premium tip in the 4:45 at Chepstow. Pandicora currently at around about 7-4. Now our next best bet of the day, that goes in the 2:15 at Leicester, and our tip here is Star Citizen. That's currently at around about even money. Now this horse was a 15-8 shot and did look to be a really good value bet, but the market rival, who was around about the sort of 2-1, some maybe possibly 5-2 mark, was actually just declared a non-runner, meaning that there is a bit of hefty rule 4 here, and that means that the races almost fell apart and fallen into Star Citizen's hands, you would think. A little bit frustrating, because I thought at 15-8 we had a really good value bet there, but when there is testing ground like this, non-runners are going to happen, I'm afraid. I think we're looking at good to soft in places at Leicester today, and yeah, Star Citizen I think will take all the beating in this one, but it's just a shame that there will be some rule 4, and if you haven't bet on it yet, then you're not going to get too much value at even money, but still does look to be a decent enough bet. Now, this horse runs for Godolphin, has actually only been in action once. This is a maiden race, and that was a decent third over 6 furlongs in what was the horse's first run. Sure to improve on that and actually take drops down to 5 furlongs today, which I think could be a smart move, considering it is sort of, you know, some softish ground. And it might be a bit more of a slog, and that 6 furlongs in the early stages of this horse's career could be a bit of a struggle. I think over 5 furlongs in testing ground, it will feel a bit more like a 6 furlong race, if that makes sense. Also, this horse has Charlie Appleby as the man training and William Buick on board, which is a positive booking, and I think should run really well today. And as I say, does look to be the one to beat and should win this one, especially after that non-runner was the market rival. So it's Star Citizen 215 at Leicester at even money. Right, in terms of a lucky 15, if you wanted to do one, as I said earlier, if you don't want to do it, then don't do a lucky 15 and just, you know, pop a couple of singles in if you wanted to, and 1 point win only bets for these. But the lucky 15 today, of course, there is Star Citizen and Bandicora in this, but the 2 other horses I like the look of today are Fathom 5, and that's in the 2:30 at Chepstow, around about 9 to 4. And then finally, it's Haxby in the 6 o'clock at Windsor at 10 to 3. So they're the 4 I like in total, with the premium to the next best bet. It's going to be around about £300 from £1 stakes for this lucky 15. Was a bit more than that, but of course there has been a bit of money and the non-runner in Star Civilians race, meaning that we haven't got quite as much in terms of value there. Which is a bit of a shame, but should still be a decent lucky 15. Hopefully, feeling confident that these 4 horses can do the business, and think that we've got 4 good horses today. As I say, 7 made the shortlist, and I've managed to trim that down to 4, and hopefully we can have a really, really good day today to kickstart the week in style. But of course, the premium tip is the main one that we want to come out on top. Even if that just wins, it's going to be a profitable day. But I'd like to think that the next best bet has a fantastic chance now, and then maybe at least one of the lucky 15 horses can win as well, meaning it would be a superb day there. So in terms of the week ahead, all eyes are on Friday and Saturday because it's Epsom's Derby meeting. We've got the Oaks on Friday, the Derby on Saturday. You know, 2 of the biggest races in the racing calendar. Certainly, you know, the highlight of the season for many people, you know, just a couple of weeks before Royal Ascot as well, but it's going to be an outstanding day of action, no doubt about that. So we've got the Oaks is on Friday and the Derby on Saturday, 2 classic races here, and just a little look at the Derby and how this market's shaping up. I mean, it looked for all the world, and it still does in many ways, like a 1-horse race with Australia, but this horse, Australia, was at around about the 10 to 11 mark a week or so ago, and it's being a little bit easy to back at 5 to 4 now. And although that's still, you know, a short price, it could be a bit of a steal, to be honest. I think Australia does look to be the best horse in this race, but there is money coming for Kingston Hill. Was at 12 to 1, now around about the 10. Maybe you can just get 11 to 1, and going to be a really good race, no doubt about that. Going to be interesting to see how the market shapes up and whether Australia tells a similar story to what Kingman did in the 2000 Guineas, whereas, you know, all the money came in, and then all of a sudden, when it was odds on in an anti-poach market, some layers came out and thought they could maybe take this horse on. But going to be interesting to see how that Oaks, the Derby market shapes up during the week. And I think the ground is, of course, the main, not concern. Concern's probably the wrong word, but the main factor, one of the main factors indeed. I think we'd all like to see good ground at the very least, you know, even if it was good to firm, that'd be great. I don't think, personally for me, I don't like to see, you know, the top flat horses in action over good to soft ground. I'm not that keen on. I don't like any sort of soft in the description. I like good ground because I think that's where we do see the best horses win. Sometimes you can, from a betting point of view, sometimes when it is good to soft, you can rule out and take on some favourites, but yeah, I'd like to see it on good ground for the Derby, and of course you want to see that for Royal Ascot as well. So hopefully the sort of weather we're having here, I mean, this is Norfolk, so it could be a lot different to what you're having elsewhere, but hopefully the sort of weather we're having here is something that continues, and that we can get some, you know, some good ground at the very least at Epsom this weekend. But going to be an absolutely cracking week, and as more and more as the week goes on, we'll look ahead to Friday and Saturday's action, because I'm sure there'll be more clues, more words from yards, and more and more betting information as the week goes on. But let's focus on today. It's going to be a decent day today. 6 meetings, as I say, in total. And do take a look at that card at Nace today. As I say, 3 listed races, and could be a few Royal Ascot clues there. There wasn't anything that jumped out to me in terms of a betting point of view. I think sometimes over in Ireland people look at the trainer in Aidan O'Brien and just think that the horse is going to win anyway. But I think it's not very often you see a good value Aidan O'Brien horse over in Ireland, is my opinion. I think he's got a few favourites today that might be worth taking on, but it does take a very brave man to do so. But I think there was enough here in England for me today that, or England and Wales, I should say, that jumped out, and hopefully we can have a really good day today. But I'll certainly be watching Nace with a watchful eye, and perhaps noting a few down in the notebook. But yeah, thank you all for watching today's video. There'll be another video once again at 11 AM tomorrow. As the week goes on, I'm sure the videos will get be busier and more information coming. But a decent Monday to look forward to. Hopefully we can have a really good day. Thank you all for watching today's video. And any questions or anything, don't forget to send in an email, joe@freeracingtips, or join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold. Plenty of ways for you to get in touch. Thanks for watching today's video, and I'll speak to you all a little bit later on. Thanks, and bye-bye.